Just as I pulled out the ring box, she warned, "If that rock is small, we're done." I know my worth. I snapped the box shut. I replied, "You're right, it's too good for you." Then I handed the ring to my mother instead. The entire restaurant cheered as my ex stormed out. The ring cost $8,400. 1-carat diamond, platinum band, not massive but not small either. Exactly what I could afford without being stupid about it. Had it in my jacket pocket. Reservation at Bellissimo, the Italian place with the view of the harbor. My mom and stepdad were supposed to randomly show up for dessert. Whole thing planned out. Was going to propose, make her my wife, build a life together. Then she opened her mouth. But let me back up because you need context or none of this makes sense. Chelsea and I met 2 years ago at a mutual friend's wedding. I was 31, she was 28. I'm a logistics coordinator for a shipping company, make about $72,000 a year. Good job, stable, benefits, retirement. She was a dental hygienist making around $55,000. Both of us financially okay. Independent. That mattered to me. First 6 months were great. Normal dating, we split checks, took turns paying, never argued about money. She had her apartment, I had mine, we'd stay at each other's places on weekends. Standard relationship stuff. Around month 7, things started shifting. Small things at first. She'd mention her coworker just got engaged, show me the ring, say things like, "Wow, that's at least 2 carats," or her boyfriend really went all out. I'd nod. Didn't think much of it. People get engaged. That's life. Month 8, another coworker got engaged. Chelsea showed me that ring too, bigger than the first one apparently. She started comparing them. Ashley's is nice, but Emily's is gorgeous. You can tell he really values her. Or he went into debt, I said. Why would you say that? Because a 3-carat diamond costs more than some people's cars. If you love someone, you find a way. If you love someone, you don't need to prove it with expensive jewelry. She didn't like that answer. Got quiet. Changed the subject. Month 9, she started sending me posts on social media, videos of proposals, articles about engagement ring trends, photos of celebrity rings with captions like "goals" and "this is how you show love." I ignored most of them. Figured she was getting excited about the idea of getting engaged someday. Natural progression of a relationship. Month 10, she got more direct. When you propose to me, what kind of ring are you thinking? Haven't really thought about it yet. You should start thinking about it. We've been dating less than a year. Almost a year. That's when people start getting serious. We are serious, but I'm not proposing after 10 months. When then? When it feels right. That's vague, that's intentional. She pouted but dropped it. Month 11, her sister got engaged. Big wedding planned, huge ring. Chelsea couldn't stop talking about it. Did you see Brittany's ring? It's 2.5 carats. Mark saved for over a year. Good for Mark. Brittany said he spent $15,000 on it. That's a lot of money. That's commitment. That's a down payment on a house. Why do you always have to be negative about this stuff? I'm not negative. I'm practical. There's a difference between practical and cheap. That stung. I'm not cheap. I just don't think love should be measured in carats. Easy to say when you're not the one wearing the ring. We argued that night. I told her she was being materialistic. She told me I was being dismissive of her feelings. We didn't talk for 3 days. Made up eventually. But something changed after that fight. Year 1 anniversary came. We went to a nice dinner. She seemed on edge the whole time. Kept looking at my hands, at my jacket, like she expected something. After dinner in the car, she asked, "So no big surprise tonight?" What kind of surprise? You know what kind. Chelsea, we've been together exactly 1 year. I'm not proposing after 1 year. Why not? Lots of people do. I'm not lots of people. When I propose, it'll be because I'm ready, not because it's been a certain amount of time. So when will you be ready? I don't know yet. She got quiet. Stayed quiet the rest of the drive. Month 14, she started getting mean about it. Making comments. Hope I'm not too old by the time you decide you're ready. Or my friends are all getting engaged. I'm starting to look pathetic. You're not pathetic, and you're 29. You have time. Do I? Because you don't seem to be in any hurry. I'm making sure I'm making the right decision. What's there to decide? Either you want to marry me, or you don't. It's not that simple. It literally is that simple. We fought more. About timelines, about commitment, about what engagement meant. She thought it meant I was serious. I thought being in a relationship for over a year already showed I was serious. Month 15, I started looking at rings, not because she pressured me, but because despite the fights, I did love her. Thought maybe getting engaged would calm things down, show her I was committed. Went to 3 different jewelers, learned more about diamonds than I ever wanted to know. Cut, clarity, color, carat. The 4 C's, all of them affecting price in ridiculous ways. Found a ring I liked. 1 carat, good quality, platinum setting, classic style, cost $400. I made $72,000 a year. That's more than 10% of my annual salary before taxes. Seemed like enough to show I was serious without being irresponsible. Bought it, had them size it based on a ring she wore. Planned to propose in a month. Wanted to do it right. Month 16, Chelsea's complaints intensified. She wasn't subtle anymore. She'd show me her friends' rings and say things like, "I hope mine is bigger than this," or "I deserve at least 2 carats. I'd remind her that deserving had nothing to do with it. Affording did. She'd roll her eyes. If you can't afford a nice ring, don't propose. Define nice. You know what I mean. I actually don't. Big enough to show people you value me. The size of a diamond doesn't indicate value. To me it does. That should have been a red flag. Probably was. I ignored it. Month 17, I planned the proposal. Bellissimo restaurant. Saturday night. Made reservations for 2 at 7 p.m. Called my mom, told her the plan. Asked if she and my stepdad Jim could show up around 8:30 p.m. for dessert. She was excited, said they'd be there. The plan was simple. Nice dinner. Propose during dessert. Mom and Jim show up right after. Celebrate together. Simple. Meaningful. Involved the people I cared about. I didn't tell Chelsea about the proposal. Obviously, it's supposed to be a surprise. Saturday came. I put on my best suit, picked up Chelsea at 6:30 p.m. She was dressed up too. Nice dress, hair done, makeup perfect. She looked beautiful. "Where are we going?" she asked in the car. "Bellissimo. The expensive Italian place?" She smiled. "What's the occasion? Does there need to be one?" I guess not, but I could tell she was hoping, expecting. She kept glancing at me, at my jacket pocket. She knew something was coming. Women always know. We got to the restaurant at 7:10 p.m. Nice table, corner spot with a view of the water. Candles, white tablecloth, the whole romantic setup. Ordered wine, appetizers, entrees. Chelsea was chatty, excited, kept talking about work, about her sister's wedding planning, about how nice the restaurant was. "This place is amazing," she said. "I love it here. Glad you like it. Is this where you're going to propose?" My stomach dropped. "What? I'm not stupid. Nice restaurant. You're dressed up. You've been acting weird all week. This is it, right?" I should have lied, should have said no, built the surprise back up, but I didn't. "Maybe." Her eyes lit up. "Really? Maybe, if the moment feels right." "The moment feels right. Let me decide that." She bounced in her seat, actually bounced like a kid. "Oh my God, this is happening. I need to text Brittany." "Don't text anyone yet." "Why not?" "Because I haven't asked you yet." "But you're going to." "Probably." She pulled out her phone anyway, started texting. I saw her screen. "He's going to propose tonight," with like 8 exclamation points. Great. Now everyone knew. Dessert came. Tiramisu for her, cannoli for me. She barely touched hers, too excited, kept staring at me, waiting. I reached into my jacket pocket, felt the ring box. Small, velvet, expensive. My mom and Jim walked into the restaurant right on time, 8:32 p.m. They spotted us. Mom waved, came over. "Oh wow, what a coincidence," Mom said, terrible actress. "We were just coming for dinner and saw you two." Chelsea looked confused, then annoyed. "Oh, hey. Mind if we say hi before we get our table?" Mom asked. "Sure," I said. They pulled up chairs, sat down. Chelsea was visibly irritated. Her proposal moment was being interrupted by my mom. She shot me a look. I ignored it. "You two look nice," Jim said. "Special occasion?" "Just dinner," I said. Chelsea kicked me under the table. We chatted for a few minutes, small talk. Mom asked about Chelsea's work. Jim asked about my job. Chelsea answered in short sentences. Clearly wanted them to leave. Finally, Mom stood. "Well, we should get to our table. Let you two get back to your evening." "Thanks for stopping by," I said. They walked away to a table across the restaurant. Close enough to see us, but far enough to give space. Perfect. Chelsea leaned forward. "Can you hurry up? I want to post the ring before the lighting gets bad." "Post the ring?" "Yeah, for Instagram. The proposal photo needs good lighting. You're already planning Instagram posts? Of course. This is a big moment. Everyone needs to see it. I pulled the ring box out of my pocket, held it below the table. Hadn't opened it yet. Chelsea saw the box. Her eyes went wide. She smiled. Then her smile faltered. Is that the box? She asked. Yeah. She stared at it. It's small. Ring boxes are usually small. No, I mean the box is small, which means the ring is small. I looked at the box. Standard size. Same size as every other ring box I'd seen at the jeweler. It's a normal box, Chelsea. Let me see it. I haven't asked you yet. Show me the ring first. That's not how this works. Just show me. I need to see it before you ask. I held the box tighter. Why? Because I need to know if it's what I want. Something cold settled in my chest. If it's what you want? Yeah, I have standards. I know my worth. The restaurant got quieter. Or maybe I just stopped hearing other conversations. All I could hear was her. Your worth, I repeated. Yes, I've been waiting for this for months. I deserve something good, something I can show people. Show people. Stop repeating everything I say. Just show me the ring. I started to open the box, slowly. She leaned forward, eyes on the box, hungry. Then she said it. If that rock is small, we're done. I know my worth. My hand stopped, box still closed. I looked at her. What did you just say? I said if the ring is small, we're done. I'm not settling for less than I deserve. And what do you deserve? At least 2 carats, maybe 2.5. Big enough that people can see it from across the room. I closed my fingers around the box, pulled it back, away from her. What are you doing? She asked. You're right. Right about what? You know your worth, and I know mine. I snapped the box completely shut, stood up. She looked confused, then panicked. Wait, what are you doing? This ring? I held up the box. It's too good for you. Excuse me? You heard me. This ring is for someone who values what it represents, not someone who measures worth in carats. Her face went red. Are you serious right now? Completely. So you're just not proposing? To you? No, never. Because I told you what I wanted. Because you showed me who you are, and I don't want to marry that person. She stood up. You can't do this. Everyone knows I told everyone you were proposing tonight. That's your problem, not mine. Give me the ring. No. I deserve that ring. You deserve exactly what you showed me tonight. Nothing. I walked away from the table, headed toward my mom and Jim. Chelsea followed, yelling. People were staring. You can't just walk away. Come back here. I got to my mom's table. She and Jim looked worried, confused. They'd seen us argue but couldn't hear what was said. Mom, I said. Honey, what's wrong? I handed her the ring box. This is for you, she blinked. What? The ring. I bought it for the wrong person, but it shouldn't go to waste. You deserve something nice. For putting up with Dad all those years before Jim, for raising me right, for teaching me that real worth isn't measured in jewelry. Her eyes filled with tears. Sweetie, you don't have to. I want to. She opened the box, looked at the ring. Jim looked too. His eyes got wide. That's beautiful, Mom whispered. You're beautiful, I said. And you've earned more than a ring in your life, but take it anyway. She started crying, hugged me. Jim stood up and shook my hand. You're a good man, he said quietly. Chelsea had caught up. She was standing behind me. This is insane. That's my ring, I turned to her. It was never your ring, because you were never going to be my wife. Everyone is staring. Let them. And they were. The whole restaurant was watching. Some people were recording on their phones. Others just sat there, frozen, watching this unfold. Chelsea looked around, realized how many people were witnessing this. Her face went from red to pale. You're humiliating me, she hissed. You humiliated yourself when you said that ring better be big or we're done. I didn't mean it like that. You meant it exactly like that. You're making a scene. You demanded a minimum carat weight before I even proposed. You made the scene. She opened her mouth, closed it, looked at my mom, at the ring in Mom's hands, at Jim, at me, at the 50 people watching us. Then she grabbed her purse and ran. Not walked, ran. Out of the restaurant, gone. The restaurant was silent for about 3 seconds. Then someone started clapping. One person, then another, then a table of 4. Then the whole place. People were clapping, some were cheering. An old lady at a nearby table gave me a thumbs up. A young couple stood up and applauded. The bartender was smiling and shaking his head in disbelief. Someone yelled, "You're my hero," from across the room. Another person shouted, "That's how it's done." Even some of the wait staff were clapping while trying to maintain professionalism. The waiter came over, grinning ear to ear. "Sir, your meals tonight are on the house. That was the most incredible thing I've ever seen in 20 years of working here. I still need to pay." "No, sir, the owner insists. That was amazing. People are going to talk about this for years." My mom was still crying. She put the ring on her right hand. It fit perfectly. She held up her hand, showing Jim. He kissed it. "I can't believe you just did that," Mom said. "Neither can I." "Are you okay?" "I'm great. Best decision I ever made." We sat down, finished our desserts. Other people in the restaurant kept coming over, congratulating me, telling me I dodged a bullet, asking if I was single now. That last one was mostly from women. One gave me her number. I politely declined. Jim picked up our bill even though the restaurant competed, left a massive tip for the waiter. "For the show," he said. We left around 10 p.m. Outside, I checked my phone. 47 text messages, all from Chelsea's friends and family, some supportive of her, most calling me names, a few from her directly. "You're going to regret this. I can't believe you gave my ring to your mother. Everyone thinks you're insane. You humiliated me in front of everyone. I hope you're happy." I blocked every number, deleted every message, put my phone away. "You good?" Jim asked. "Yeah, I'm good." And I was. Update: 2 days later, the video went viral. Someone in the restaurant recorded the whole thing, posted it on social media. By Sunday night, it had 2 million views. By Monday morning, it was on the local news. Man gives engagement ring to mother instead of girlfriend after she demands bigger diamond. News anchors debated it on morning shows. Relationship experts weighed in. Some said I was justified. Others said I should have broken up privately instead of making a spectacle. Everyone had an opinion. My phone never stopped ringing. News outlets wanted interviews. Podcasts wanted me as a guest. A dating app reached out asking if I wanted to be in a commercial. I declined everything. This wasn't about fame. It was about a moment that happened and consequences that followed. The comments were split. Half the people thought I was a hero, said I stood up against materialism, said more men should have my backbone. The other half thought I was cruel, said I could have handled it better, said I embarrassed Chelsea unnecessarily. I didn't care about either group. I made the choice that felt right in the moment. Chelsea tried to control the narrative, posted her version on social media, claimed I'd promised her a 2-carat ring, claimed I humiliated her on purpose, claimed I was abusive for not giving her what she deserved. Her friends backed her up, posted about how terrible I was, how materialistic women are allowed to have standards, how I was cheap and manipulative. But her narrative fell apart fast. Too many people had seen the video, heard what she actually said. "If that rock is small, we're done." People started sharing it with that quote as the caption. She became a meme. "Know your worth, girl," they called her. The joke being, she knew her worth, but it was less than a 1-carat diamond. She deleted all her social media by Tuesday. My phone kept blowing up. Friends, family, coworkers, everyone wanted to know if it was real. If I really gave the ring to my mom. If Chelsea really said that. Yes, I told everyone. All of it. Most people were supportive. A few thought I should have handled it privately, broken up with her later, not embarrassed her publicly. I didn't see it that way. She made her demand in a public restaurant. I responded in the same public restaurant. Seemed fair to me. Wednesday, Chelsea's sister Brittany called me. I'd forgotten to block her number. "You're a piece of shit," she said. Okay. Chelsea is devastated. She's been crying for 3 days. "I'm sorry to hear that." "No, you're not. You're right, I'm not. She loved you. She loved the idea of a big ring more." That's not fair. Life's not fair. She demanded a minimum carat weight before seeing the ring. I made a choice. You could have just shown her the ring. Maybe she would have been happy with it. She already told me she wouldn't be. She said if it was small, we were done. She was nervous. People say things when they're nervous. People show you who they really are when they're nervous. She showed me. Everyone makes mistakes, and everyone faces consequences. She wanted a big ring more than she wanted me. Now she has neither. Brittany hung up on me. Thursday, my mom called. "How are you doing?" "Fine. You?" "I'm okay. I feel bad about the ring though." "Don't. It feels wrong keeping it. It's yours. I gave it to you. But it was meant for someone who deserved it. That's you." Keep it. She was quiet. Then, you're handling this well. What's there to handle? I dodged a bullet. I'm relieved. Are you really? Yeah, I am. I was about to marry someone who cared more about Instagram posts than actual marriage. I'm glad I found out before the wedding. Do you miss her? I thought about it. No, I miss who I thought she was. But the real her? The one who demanded a big ring? I don't miss that person at all. Good. You deserve someone better. I know. Friday, I went back to work. Everyone had seen the video. The break room got quiet when I walked in. Then someone started clapping. Then everyone did. Weird, but kind of nice. My boss called me into his office. That was quite a weekend. Yeah. You okay? I'm fine. Good, because HR wants to make sure this doesn't become a workplace thing. It won't. Good. Also, for what it's worth, I think you made the right call. Thanks. Update. 1 month later, life moved on. I went on a couple dates. Nothing serious. Just testing the waters. Met a woman named Olivia at a coffee shop. She'd seen the video. Thought it was funny. We went out twice. She was nice. Normal. Didn't mention rings once. My mom wears the ring every day. Says it's her favorite piece of jewelry. Jim jokes that he's jealous I gave her a nicer ring than he did. She hits him playfully. They're happy. Chelsea moved to a different city. Her sister told someone who told someone who told me. She got engaged 3 months later to some guy she met online. The ring was huge. 3 carats at least, based on the photos someone showed me. Looked expensive. Probably cost him twice what mine cost. Maybe more. She looked happy in the picture. Big smile, holding her hand up showing off the ring. Got exactly what she wanted. Someone willing to measure love in carats. Good for her. She found someone willing to pay for her worth. Hope it works out for them. Hope the marriage lasts longer than the financing on that rock. The video still pops up sometimes. People share it. Add their own commentary. I stopped watching them. Don't need to relive it. But sometimes when I'm lying in bed at night, I think about how close I came. How close I came to marrying someone who measured love in carats. How one sentence changed everything. If that rock is small, we're done. 5 seconds to show someone's true priorities. 5 seconds to save myself from a lifetime of never being enough. Best 5 seconds of my life. The ring sits on my mother's finger, where it belongs. Worn by someone who knows that value isn't measured in diamonds. It's measured in moments, in choices, in knowing when to walk away. Chelsea wanted a rock big enough to show people across the room. I gave my mom a rock that represents everything she taught me about what actually matters. And every time I see her wear it, I'm reminded that I made the right choice. $8,400 well spent. Just not the way I originally planned. Not the ending I expected when I bought that ring. But definitely the ending I needed.